Welcome to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. This podcast is here to help you to conquer your big goals. Because the big things in your life that you want to accomplish and achieve, they're going to take more than one step. And this podcast is here to help you develop the right mindset, to take the actions, to keep moving forward and making progress towards your big goals. That way, you can guide your life to go in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it too. I'm your host, Nick Mazie. Let's get started. Well, hello there. Welcome to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. And this is the Choose Your Mindset series that we're wrapping up today. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're joining in. If you missed some of the previous episodes, make sure you check them out. We're in the middle of the Choose Your Mindset series, and it's all about choosing to develop the mindset that's going to make it easier for you to set your goals, take action, and enjoy life. If those three things don't interest you or aren't things you want, then you might be in the wrong place. But hey, stay anyways. Check out this episode, and we might be able to sway you over to, the benefit of choosing where your life goes and making it happen. So today is the last episode in the Choose Your Mindset series. And today we're talking about developing that helpful mindset habit. As you know, habits make things easier. And this whole series is about making it easier for you to take the steps to achieve the things you want to achieve and enjoy your life. And this is about, developing that habit of thinking in a way that helps you to achieve your goals. See, habits do make things easier. The more you do something, the easier it becomes. So here, today, we want to find simple ways to create the habit of thinking in a way that's going to help you to set those goals and take the actions necessary and enjoy your life. Because you can develop this helpful mindset habit. Thinking about habits, if every morning you wake up and have a cup of coffee, then tomorrow morning you'll probably wake up, go have a cup of coffee without having to consciously remind yourself to do so. Right? I know that's something that, recently I've been on a little bit of a coffee kick, and so I don't even think about it in the morning. I make my cup of coffee, get my glass of water, and I start my day. I know that's nothing profound, but the point is that when you develop that habit, then you just do it. You don't have to think about it. It isn't a difficult choice. My body just naturally goes in that direction. And that's what we want to do. We want to create a habit that makes the things that we want easier and natural, so we don't have to even think about it. It just happens. So how can you shift your thinking to go in the direction that you want to go? Well, here are a few simple ways that can help shift that mindset to actually strengthen the connections in your brain to make it go where you want it to go easier. Now, these things you may have heard of, but they're powerful. So I say just choose the ones that are kind of easier for you to start with. And then once you develop a little bit of momentum and you're going in the direction you want to go, it ends up being easier to add things to it. So what am I talking about? Well, the first one is seeing it. Visualize in your mind what it is you want to think about. See it, experience it, feel it, add details and emotions, feelings. Add your senses to that experience. In some of the previous episodes, we talked about your successes that you've had, or the goal that you're going to achieve, or the fun that you've had and times you've had enjoyment. And when you really see it in your mind's eye, then you're thinking about it, and you actually develop you strengthen those connections in your brain, and you can see it and experience it, and that adds power to it. Say it. You can say it out loud. This could be the mantra. This could be the pep talk that you're giving yourself, related to your self-image or what you're going to do. And you can say it out loud, and you can say it with confidence. There's so much power in this self-talk. Well, I guess self-talk's more of the psychology term we learned in school. But, when you're saying it out loud and you're saying it with confidence, even if you don't feel confident, and even if you're not feeling 100% of what you're saying, just by saying it, it causes your brain to think in that way. And that helps shape that mindset. So say it out loud. If you're talking about your successes or the fun that you've had or what you're going to achieve or why you want to achieve it, say those things out loud. And if you're not really one that wants to say things out loud, that's okay. You can write it down. I'm sure you've heard of journaling. I'm not a huge person for journaling. I have started to try to make sure I write some of the positive things, the successes that I've had, and what I'm focusing on down. And this is especially powerful for gratitude too. When I write down the things that I'm grateful for, all of a sudden I start to feel more grateful. I start to feel positive and blessed, and that energy helps me to keep moving forward toward my goals and enjoying the progress and process to get there. So you might try writing some of these things down. Now, this one in particular can seem a little bit maybe daunting or something big you have to accomplish. If you're not going to, you don't have to sit there and write and journal for hours every day. These other ways to go about getting your brain to think in a certain way, it's kind of obvious that you can do it really quickly. But writing, you can also write just for a moment. Just write like 5 things that you're grateful for today, and why they're important to you, or why you appreciate them, or just write what they are. The simple act of writing it down, it's huge. Like I said, when I write down the things that I'm grateful for, it has a big impact on my mindset really quickly. All of a sudden, I'm thinking about those things. I'm more grateful. I'm happy for the things that I have. I feel appreciative. And then all of a sudden, it's easier to keep moving forward and taking action. The work that I got to do is a little bit lighter because I'm in such a positive mood, because I realize how much I have going for me. It is fast and it is powerful. So write it down. And last, but definitely not least, and I probably should have put this one before the writing one, but whatever. Think it. If you don't do anything else, if you're not visualizing it, if you're not saying it out loud, if you're not writing it down, at least take a moment and think about it. Oh, yes, when you add like trying to see it in your mind or saying it out loud or stuff like that, that adds a lot of power, and it is excellent. Those are effective way to shape thoughts. But if nothing else, take a moment, and require yourself to think about these things that you want to have in your mindset. Do it. It does take a little bit of effort, but really not that much. It really doesn't. If you want to be more positive, then think about those positive things. If you want to take action, then think about the actions you're going to take, and that, remind yourself that you can do it. How you develop a habit is that you do it and then you repeat it. So start by thinking about the things that you want to think about, and then it'll be easier to think about the things you want to think about. I know, it's crazy, right? Well, there's also some ways that you can add some power to that habit and kind of help really solidify it. And one of them is just having a time and a place. Don't leave it up to when you feel like doing something. It's like working out. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like doing a lot of things that are healthy and good for me that I want to experience the benefits and the rewards of having done. So, I have a time and a place that I do certain things, and that helps me to not think about it and just to do it. Also, a trigger. Triggers can be great. Now, when you hear about it in like substance abuse and stuff like that, triggers are a very negative thing. But they're powerful, and just like habits, we want to use them in a way that helps us to achieve what we want to achieve and make it easier. When blank happens, I will do blank. Okay. When I lay down to go to bed, I will write down 3 things that I'm grateful for in the notebook next to my bed. Okay, that's a pretty simple, quick and easy thing. You lay down and you write those things down. Okay. When I wake up, I will say a mantra that reminds myself of the things that are important to me and how I can achieve them. While I'm sipping my cup of coffee in the morning, I will say out loud 2 successes that I've had in the last week. I don't know, whatever it is. However you're going to shape those thoughts that you've had of any of the things we've gone over in these previous episodes, have a trigger. Know that when something happens, that's when you're going to do it. Then you don't even have to think about it. And the last way to add power to that habit, well, actually it creates the habit, is you repeat it. Simply repeat the same action, the same situation, and then when you repeat it, it becomes second nature. It's nice and simple. Look, making any change takes effort. It takes being intentional. If it didn't take being intentional, you would already be doing it. But you get to choose these habits that you make. Habits are a great thing. Use them to go in the direction that you want to go, so you can make the things that you want to achieve, and how you think, and all these things. You can make it easier by developing the habit of doing it. Now, here's one last really, really key thing for choosing your mindset and developing this habit. This is an obvious one. You already know it, but it's crucial. Put in what you want to get out. Okay? If you want to have a negative mindset, then put negative stuff into your mind. If you want a positive, enjoy life mindset, then put positive things into your mind. And this is huge. There's so much negative stuff out there in the media or social media or anything. Choose what you put into your mind. Choose what you focus on. And you'll choose what you think about. And by doing that, you end up choosing your mindset. So you can choose to develop a mindset that's going to help you to set goals, take action, and enjoy life. So do that. Okay, well, that's it. That's finally wrapping up the Choose Your Mindset series. I hope you liked it. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you take some action and do some of these things to develop that mindset that's going to help you to achieve what you want and have the life you want and enjoy it. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. Definitely go to nickmazey.com for more of the material, past episodes, anything like that. And if you do find any value out of this, please rate and review this podcast. All right. Thanks for listening. Take care. I'll talk to you again soon.